Thank you for tuning in to the Canadian Immigrant Center YouTube channel. My name is Shahrukh Nasir. I'm an RCIC from Vancouver, British Columbia. I wanted to make a very important video today discussing the most frequently asked question we get on a regular basis, which is the LMIA question. What is an LMIA? Can I get an LMIA? How do I get a job offer to Canada? So first thing I want to explain to my audience is that an LMIA stands for Labor Market Impact Assessment. This is an assessment that is done by ESDC, which is a Department of Government of Canada, and they assess the employer's needs. So what does that mean is that if there's an employer in Canada who's looking for a particular type of occupation and has not been successful in finding a Canadian or a permanent resident, then there's an application they have to make, and that application is called the Labor Market Impact Assessment. And there's requirements when they are doing this. The employer has to advertise most of the times for a certain period of time, and once they have gone past the advertising stage, they have to submit the documents. Those documents are then reviewed, and then those documents are then given an assessment on. So a positive LMIA means that there's a labor market impact assessment that's supportive of someone coming from overseas and working in the occupation. So why it's important to the audience that is watching this is most occupations in Canada require an LMIA, and that LMIA is needed in order for you to work in Canada on a work permit. The work permit comes after the LMIA application, which is a separate application. We'll talk about it. But before you get that job offer, before you are able to come into Canada as a foreign worker, the employer has to go through this process. And it applies to 99% of the occupations out there. So it's very important that when you're looking for any type of employment and somebody comes to you and says, oh, I have a job offer for you, that you check if they have the LMIA and if it's done the right way. I have in front of me an LMIA, that is an LMIA that we did recently, and I want to share with you what it looks like so you can scan for positive LMIAs and what is negative or what is fake LMIAs out there. So this is an LMIA. This is what generally it looks like. I can only share with you some details because I can't show you the full. It's confidential, of course. So one of the key things you'll notice, there's going to be an LMIA number on the top right corner. There's going to be a date. There's going to be ESDC, which is Department of Employment and Social Development Canada. They're going to have their marks all over it. There's going to be rules and regulations listed on this letter. There's obviously documents and how it's used to support. There's narrative about that, and then more importantly, there's some details about the employment itself, and those details are as following. So you have the legal business name of the employer, you have the address, you have the contact person, you have the third party, you have the job information such as the NOC, job title, how many positions, the education requirements, what is the duration of the employment, and the wage of the employment. So this is information that is on every LMIA pretty much out there, and it's standard. So if you don't have this information and this information cannot be verified, then it's most likely not a genuine labor market impact assessment that you can use for a work permit. And then last but not least, if there's a name of someone who's being sponsored, it's going to be listed on an additional sheet, and that sheet looks something like this. So it's going to have the name of the person, and then it's going to have basically their name attached to this LMIA application. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is what a genuine LMIA looks like, and this letter is then used along with a contract, employment contract, and an offer of employment to apply for the work permit, which we'll talk about in a different video. The thing that I do want to highlight is when you get letters like this, for example, this is a letter of a job offer that someone from overseas asked me to verify. This itself is not enough to get a work permit in Canada. And if you read this, there's a lot of false information. For example, this company is putting a construction company with an address in Toronto, which it does not exist. The phone number is false. The fax number is false. The position itself is false. And basically, they're also putting an address in this case, in United States for some reason. So these types of jobs offer are fake. This is not sufficient for you to even apply for a work permit, even if you got this for a job offer from someone in Canada. So watch out for these. I know a lot of people who have paid a lot of money for this, and they have contacted us unfortunately after they have got stuck with the person, whoever they dealt with, the fraudster. So beware of these types of letters. If you want to get genuine employment in Canada, I want to share a good story that I learned about this week. Where I have a client who's an architect, and he's currently working with a Canadian company overseas, and they like his work and they want to bring him into Canada now on an employment basis, and they are willing to go through the whole process of the LMIA. So work with Canadian companies if you can internationally, show them your work, build a rapport, and they will most likely, if they have the need, they will go through the process of hiring you. Canada is in need of skilled workers. Canada is in need of genuine, honest and hardworking immigrants. So there will always be that opportunity. There's a right way to go about it. It's definitely not paying someone a few $1,000s to get a job offer for a company that does not exist. So be aware of this. I hope this video helped you, and I look forward to helping you and giving you more of these tips in the future so you can be careful when dealing with Canadian immigration. Hope you have a great day. Take care.